Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. The last time we explored Sector 26 and 27 and got some side quests going. Now we're going to head back to the dock colony. To do that, you need to talk to Matthews here. He'll take you to the dock colony. Let's make a quick run to the dock colony. I'm going to charge you for it, though. Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you so much. Heaven forbid we put you out any. Anyway, we're back to the dock colony. We even get a little cutscene. We're gonna get another one on the way back, but first place we want to go is to the clinic. Now, if you remember back on the cathedral ship, we picked up some flower seeds. Well, here's where they come into play. What you're going to do, as soon as this area, there we go. What you're going to do is you're going to come up here and talk to this little girl. Now, she doesn't talk because she was on the planet Ariadne. She's a survivor, one of the very few survivors, and she's kind of in shock. So she gives her a present, and she gives her the flower seed. And basically, this side quest is just watching her take care of the plant from a little seed into a full-grown blossoming plant. And eventually that's going to get her to open up and start talking again. Anyway, the second thing we want to do is to come into here. Actually, there's a couple things we want to do. One is required for a side quest, and the other is something you're going to want to do just because. Anyway, we're going to talk to this guy, Tom. You may remember that pink doll we talked to back in Sector 27. Well, this is the Tom that he's talking about. So we're going to talk to him a couple times. Yeah, okay. So he tells you that the doll speaks, and if you're nice to it, it'll talk to you and all that stuff, and it'll tell you stories. That's what we want to hear. And we were going to come up here and talk to the shop owner. He or she, I think it's a she actually. I can't tell. But they have some new stuff for you. And most importantly is an actual eggs, like a full-on eggs unit, the VX 4000. Now, this is a great thing to pick up here. Momo can pilot it. There's no upgrades for it yet, I don't think. No. And we don't need any hit point recovery. Anyway, yeah, so Momo can pilot that eggs. You can also buy some more regular items and some weapons, whatever you want. I don't think there's too much in here. Well, there's a few things we could get, but I'm not going to bother with it just yet. Remember, if you need to raise up any money like I did, just use the casino passport, play poker at level 4, and basically try not to go for like huge hands. If you get a pair, that's more than enough. And just use the double or nothing option to get yourself. If you get a pair, you can get up to 1,600 coins, and then from there you want to buy recovery sets, and then sell all the items that you get from that, and just repeat that process. It doesn't take very long at all. Anyway, now that we've stopped off at the dock colony, we want to come up here, and we're going to want to head back to the colony. Yes, I would like to go to the colony. To the Foundation, rather, sorry. And off we go. Yes, we're just waiting for it to land. There we go. And we're back at the Kukai Foundation. And from here we're gonna want to go back to Sector 27 and East 6 so we can talk to that pink statue thing. And it's gonna tell us the location of a special item once we get there. And then once he tells us that, we can find it. We'll go back and pick it up. But that item will not appear unless you go through this process first. So you have to have it tell you about the item before you can go and get it. So yeah, so this whole thing is necessary rather, and it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Alright, so just come up here. No need to walk around and wander around. It would be a good idea to just explore the area on your own and get to know all the different locations, because again, later on in the game we're going to come back to here and you're going to need to know about all that stuff. And like the cars magically reappeared. I love that. Anyway, remember, come over here. Don't blow this guy up. Talk to him instead. You're not going to destroy me. You're talking to me. You wouldn't happen to be Tom's friend, would you? A friend of Tom's is a friend of mine. How is Tom? Yes, Tom's doing good. I'll tell you something interesting. What kind of story would you like to hear? All these stories, there's, it'll tell you bits and pieces of information about the Foundation and the Durandal, but the great story is what we want to listen to. In the Durandal's observation room, there's a segment key on the ground shaded by a potted tree. You'll need to look very carefully for it. And he's going to take a picture. Say hi to Tom for me. So he takes the picture. Now we can go. And what we want to do is we want to go back to the Durandal. Again, we got to go back and forth for all this stuff. But it's worth it. So let's head back to the dock, and then we'll head to the park, which is where the segment key is at. We're gonna come through here. We're gonna get about to the archway when we get an email, and it's from the pink statue thing. And he sent us a picture that he took, and there's like a floating head right to the right of Xion, or on Xion's right, I should say. So on the left of the picture. But anyway. So yeah, so apparently this guy seems to really like Xion. Don't know who it is. Well, it kind of looks like Alan, but I'm not gonna... It might not be. I don't know for sure. But it looks like him. Anyway, that's not really an important part of the game, but it's there. We're gonna go to the launch pad, go back to the colony, and or the Durandal, and hopefully we have enough time to get this last little side quest in before we have to go. Alright, let's go. Let's go, Xion. Yes, I want to go to the Durandal. Otherwise, I would not have entered the ship. We should have time. And we're back at the Durandal. Ready to go. Come on through. Down the escalator. Over to the train. Yes, go to the train, not a dead end. And we're going to the park. Alright, once we get to the park, we are cutting it very close here. I'll need to speed through this. We're going to go up here. It doesn't matter which door you enter, but it's on the right side of the observation area. So come through here. And we're going to walk up this little ramp, and you'll see this little spark here. And examine it, you get the decoder 1. And that'll be it for this episode. Next time on Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1, we'll progress with the story. See you then.